people listen to birdsong, and what they don't realize is that birds have other sounds besides songs. They say a lot of things, and other species and their own species are always listening to each other. So what we're finding with our research, and what we hope to contribute more to the understanding of, is how intensely connected the animal species are that live in the same environments together. They're communicating in ways that are sophisticated, complex, and useful for other animals in the ecosystems where they live. So we have a pretty good handle on what causes the complexity of the vocalizations in these birds. Not only the social complexity, but also the habitats that they find themselves in. There's lots of changes going on in these habitats now, and if that changes their vocal production, perhaps humans could monitor what the chickadees and titmice are saying as a way to understand more about what's happening in our ecosystems. So ultimately, I believe that our work could influence environmental monitoring. Right now, we put out acoustic devices to monitor what species are present, but given the presence of chickadees or titmice, you could actually be monitoring what they're saying, and since a lot of their signals are very specific to events that are occurring in their habitats, we could know a lot more about what's happening in those habitats by listening in, basically, on their language, by spying on titmice. Another reason why we're undertaking this research is really to understand more about social information, information landscapes that are produced by animals. Animals are listening to everything in their environment, and they're keenly interested in what other animals have to say. So to study social complexity and how it may be influencing vocal complexity in titmice, one of the ways that we study that is to put the birds in aviaries with different social contexts. So we created some flocks with different compositions of chickadees and titmice together, and we find that in large groups, sometimes the vocal production by any one bird is a lot higher, more diverse. And in nature, we'll do other kinds of studies. We'll do observational studies where we'll set out recording devices in different habitats and at different times and compare the vocal production of chickadees and titmice when in, for example, habitats that have been degraded or habitats that are undisturbed. And we do find that the chickadees and titmice change their vocal production depending on the structure of the habitat. So it's not only the social complexity, but it's also the structure of their habitats that can influence their vocal complexity.